You have encouraged the congressional leaders and the administration to come back to the table. It does seem like Treasury Secretary Mnuchin has been making some broader offers on that, but it does not look like they are any closer to a deal. In fact, Treasury Secretary Mnuchin says that he and Nancy Pelosi are still very far apart when it comes to this. We have him joining us a little later this morning. What message would you give to him, and what message would you give to Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah, for both sides, I think what they need to keep in mind is that there are Americans that need them, that don't really care about what's happening in politics, aren't completely tied up in this election, and they just need some help. These small businesses need help. And so, if they can get something done that would help those groups, I think that would be fantastic and much needed. And then if something needs to be done in the future, we can come back and talk about that. But doing nothing is not the first and best option.
The CEOs that you surveyed also think that the longer this goes on, the more permanent damage there is to the United States. Do you have any way of measuring that, of kind of showing that? How do you all come to that conclusion, and how would you present that information to those in Washington who are making these decisions right now?
Yeah, I think small and medium business in particular is why we're feeling that way. There are companies that have resources, companies that have been able to weather this storm better than others. But it's those, that have suffered. It's the mom and pop restaurants of the country that we're really worried about. And they drive so much of the economy. We need them. We need them as customers. We all need them just from a societal point of view. That's part of what we love about living in this country is how vital small business is. And so that's where that comes from.
Yeah. Nancy Pelosi has said that she'd like to wait and see more, and we've had senators that have accused her of not wanting to do anything before the election. I think Treasury Secretary Mnuchin himself has, for the first time, kind of implied the same thing, said the same thing. Would you want them to wait for the perfect, or you want them to just get this out and get something done?
I think it's better to get something done and then come back and make adjustments. We're going to be trying to solve these problems beyond just these next few months and next year. And so making steps, collaborating, working together, reaching some middle ground on some of these issues, and then evaluating, watching the data, that makes more sense. If I were running, think of this like running a business, that's the way we would approach it. You make decisions that are clearly the best decisions. They may not be completely to where you need to get to, but you come back later, recalibrate, make another decision. I think that's the way that I would recommend that they approach it.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.